What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here with your daily update. How is everyone doing today? I want to wish everybody a happy Thursday. We're going to take a look at the charts and see why I believe we might be headed to 9,300 in this rally. So stick around, check it out. We got some other things we want to look at. But before I begin, remember I'm giving away a free aluminum Bitcoin sign. There's two to choose from. Pick the one of your choice. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Leave your comment in the comment section down below. That'll get you entered to win, as I'm going to pick a random comment on Sunday's video, so make sure you don't miss it. Also, hit the like buttons. And remember, there is a free Discord group. Awesome community, guys. There's a link in the description below the video. Also, there's some links down there for some affiliate links that really help the channel out. Like, there's some exchanges in there, Brave Browser, Ledger. Definitely check them out if you can use them. That's awesome. And, yeah, let's get on with the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my opinion only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. Tick the notification bell. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly. One of the things I want to point out is, obviously, you guys know I'm watching this 21 EMA. I am bullish as long as we are above that. And right now it's still around the 7,700 range. So let's look at the cycle that I think we're in. As you can see, I have them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe 2017 was 1, like over here in 11. I'll take a look at it. I want to do a measurement of the bear market in there. In 2011, it was about a 93% decline. And let's look at 2017. That was approximately 84%. So it was a little bit less of a retrace. I want to look at, let's measure that number 2, which I believe we are in now, and see what that was. If you notice here, guys, it's not the end of the world if we do go below that 21 EMA, even though I don't believe we're gonna. It is possible. Keep that in mind. But I want to measure this correction here, and this was 47%. Now let's go back over to here, to where we are now. Remember, that was 47%. Let's see what this retracement here is, and look at the similarities. And that is about 43%. So we had a little less retracement in the bull run, a little less retracement in this so far. So yeah, I believe if we stay above that 21, or I'm sorry, it's a 55 EMA. I don't know why I keep saying 21, but it is the 55 EMA. And as long as we stay above that, guys, I believe we remain bullish. Let's take a look at, as you guys know, this is the bull flag that I've been watching. Obviously, people called this a descending triangle that we broke out of, but I still believe this is a bull flag. I see some people even drawing it as a wedge now, but like I said, I still believe it's a bull flag. On a bull flag, all you need is 2 touches on the bottom, 3 touches on the top. And on this retracement here towards the bottom, this one does not have to go all the way down. It's not saying it won't, but it does not have to. So keep that in mind as we go through this. Let's look at the measured moves here. Now, in the worst case scenario, guys, the measured move would be measuring this as the triangle. This would be the whole measured move. The breakdown over here at 9,300 would get us to the $4,500 range. I think that is unlikely, but we have to keep in mind it is possible. Regardless, I'm still bullish overall. So anyways, let's look at this measured move from the smaller triangle. That would be the 9,300. But as you guys know, I believe we've double bottomed at the 7,700. And it's possible we could even get a triple bottom and touch it one more time. So keep that in mind. But let's look at what's going on right now. So if we do get up and break this 9,300 and get support there, my next target, if we break this bull flag, is going to be around the 13.8, which is the all-time high for this year. And then after that, if we break that and get support, I have some other targets up here, which we will talk about later. And I still believe it is possible to get as high as 46,000 by the end of the year, as long as this 77 holds and we break out of this bull flag this month. So let's look at a couple more things here. Let's look at the RSI. The RSI, you can see I have this falling wedge drawn in here. And the measured move of the falling wedge would get us back up to this trend line here. And if you notice back, let me kind of zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. You notice back here on these tops, each one of these tops, we hit this trend line. And we were in this line, we were getting hidden bullish divergence, which was lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in there. So hidden bullish divergence that brought us up. That could be what happens after we hit this top here. We'll have to wait and see. But let's go into the 4-hour RSI. All right, in the 4-hour, I have this rising wedge drawn in here. This could possibly be a rising channel, maybe too. I haven't put this line on there. Possible. I think it's less likely, but it is possible. We could come back down and test this falling channel for support before continuing up. Doesn't mean we have to. We could come back, touch here. We could actually go sideways all the way over to here and then shoot up from there. Keep an eye on that in the 4-hour. It is bullish, though. I said it was bullish if we broke out of here. And if we do a measured move off of that, we would measure the channel, put it up to where we broke out. And again, that gets us up right in line with all of this for the top. So all right, let's go into the shorter time frame and look at the targets. I know it's kind of messy. I'm just trying to keep an eye on everything here, guys. Let's look at the wedge that I had drawn in. If you watched last night's video, was looking at this as a bull flag, and I said we were about to break out, which we did right after the video. Came up, hit the 55 EMA, or no, we did not. We came up to the 8,400 and come back down. Now we're testing the top of this bull flag and the bottom of this wedge right now. If that holds, you know, we continue up from here. The measured move off of the break of this bull flag is 8,500, which lines up with the 55 EMA here. As you can see, all the EMAs are kind of scrunching up right here. So there's a big move that's most likely going to happen. Keep in mind, if we do drop down, the measured move of that would be from here about the $7,500 range. But again, guys, I think this 7,700 should hold. There's no guarantee, obviously. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants, but I do believe this 77 should hold. If it doesn't, like I said, 75. But I believe if we go down to the 75, I think we're going much lower, and that would be my measured move of, if we take a measured move from the breakdown here at 93 to this tip, use that as a flag pull, and say we broke down from here, that would get us to a $6,600 range. I also have that 63 down there, which was the measured move from this triangle. So keep that in mind. If we do break 7,700, I think the chances are we probably go much lower. But if we get up to this target here of the 8,500 and we break above it, test it for support, then our next resistance is around the $8,800 range. We can break through that, test it for support, then we're looking at the 9,000. And let me show you how that one came in. The $9,000 would be measuring, that's off of that bull flag there, and we would measure this as the flag pull, bring it up to where we broke out. As long as this flag holds, guys, and we don't break back down in it, that gets us up to about the $9,000 range. So, and if we can break that, that's where I was talking about in the thumbnail about the 9,300. If we can get support here and test 9,300, that is where everything could change, guys. If we can break this 9,300 and then come up and break this bull flag, that's where everything gets super bullish. So keep an eye out for that. This is my main area. If we break that 93, I think it's definitely going to be possible to hit new all-time highs this year. Let's take a look at my wife's webpage real quick. I want to remind you guys, inkyourimage.com. There's a link to it in the description below the video. She has a bunch of crypto stuff in there, and she can put anything you want on shirts, hats, coffee mugs, and it's not the cheap vinyl stuff. This is called sublimation. It's actually burnt into the shirts and stuff, so it'll never come off, or it'll never scratch off or nothing. So there's also those signs in there, and there's a few different size signs. So, but anyways, yeah, check out the webpage. That's one way to help support the channel. She does accept Bitcoin. And let's go on to Litecoin. All right, so Litecoin on the daily, we had been looking at this as a falling wedge. We broke out of it here, came back down, tested for support. So far, we've gotten support. Let's look at the RSI. So the RSI, we had a rising channel, fell out of it in a falling channel. The question is, do we come back down and test it one more time? It is possible, guys. That would be a pretty big drop. Let's look at what that would be in the price action. And that would be measuring this as a flagpole. We could come all the way down to $34. But, that doesn't have to happen. Let's look at the 4-hour RSI. Look at the more immediate time frame. So we had this rising channel we started following, which actually, guys, I'm going to change this now. This should have been right here. Rising wedge. Broke out of it here, tested it, got resistance, came down, tested again, got resistance. Most likely we're going to come up, test it again, and if we can get back in it, that it's going to be super bullish. Let's look at the price action, what that tells us. This is the more immediate. And as you guys know, I have a bunch of support and resistance lines. Obviously, these are support down here. So I want to look at this more immediate, and then we'll be done with the video. I just wanted to make it quick today. Looking at this as a symmetrical triangle, which can be a continuation pattern, but it doesn't have to be when it's a symmetrical triangle. We could break up. If we break up, the measured move off that is 65.51, and that would be breaking above around the $58 range. If we break the, actually 57.80, if we break that, most likely we're going to $65 range. We will have some resistance at 61. Let's look at the measured move down. If we were to break down from here, the measured move is about $47, and that would be, if we break down below the $55 range, if we break down below the $55 range, most likely that's where we're headed, to the 47 for our next stop. We will have to wait and see what happens here, guys. But I do want to remind you guys that if it does break down, I have these targets of 47 and 41, and at the lowest point, 34. I think that's highly unlikely, but you never know. It is crypto. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage. Click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Peace. I'm out.